Hello and welcome back to Spruce Hill Outdoors. Had several people ask me for an update on the chicks that I hatched, and also asked me questions about my brooder box. So I thought today I'd let you see the chicks. They're 18 days old now. You can see they're starting to get some of their feathers. I hatched 19 out of 22. The last chick that hatched only lived a day, and it passed away. It really struggled to get out of the shell, but the other 18 are doing very well. All 18 of them are starting to get their feathers, all getting along pretty good, and you start to see what they're going to look like a little bit. The darker ones are the barred rock, and the lighter ones are the Brahmas and the Americanas. But I got them underneath the heat lamp there. They have to stay underneath the heat lamp until they have all their feathers. They can't really handle the cold. It's important for your brooder box. You want to make sure your brooder box is in a place where the temperature stays pretty constant. You want it to be a drastic hot and cold change. So I have it down in my basement. My basement stays like 55 degrees all year round. And the heat lamp, if you see the brooder box the way it's built, the end down here where the chicks are right now underneath the heat lamp, that's the warm side, and that's where the chicks go. If they're cold, they can hide underneath the light. But this other end down here, which I'll show you once I take the camera out of it's open. The air can go through it, so it's a cooler side. So I have a warm side of the brooder box and a cool side of the brooder box. So if any of the chicks get too hot and they want to cool off, they can come down here and hang out down here at this end. I took their food and water out for now just so you could see them, because they were trying to hide behind the food and water dish. The chicks are pretty easy to take care of. Pretty much all you got to do is give them some chick starter food. It's crumbles. I took a picture of the bag that I used. I got at Tractor Supply. I'll post it up on here so you can see what kind of feed that I feed my chicks. I've raised several different chicks inside of this brooder box, and they all done very well with that food. And you got to make sure they have fresh water. And I put little pine shavings down so that they have something to soak up their when they go to the bathroom and stuff like that. You have to clean it out every once in a while. Like I said, these chicks will stay in here until they get all their feathers. Once they get all their feathers, then they can be moved outside. You see, they're kind of skittish. They don't really like. I can show you. If you take your chicks and you hold them, they'll get used to you touching them and stuff, and they won't be so skittish. But these guys are young yet, and they think every time I reach in there, I'm going to try to take one of them. So I talk to them when I come down to feed them, so they know it's me, and they know they're getting food when I come down. So they're getting used to me now. But I'm going to put their food and their water dish back in, and then I'll go over the brooder box with you, some measurements and stuff, so you can see how I made it. Alright, you can see now I put the food and water back in for the chicks, and I've got a pretty big feeder and a pretty big water container, but that's because I have 18 chicks in there trying to eat, so I got to make sure I have enough water and food for all of them. If you only had like 4 or 5 chicks, there's smaller feeders and waters that you can get that you wouldn't need this big. Also down at this end, I've got this little, it's to help them learn to roost. They just sit on those little things. From down here you can see what it looks like, and so that's what that is. It just helps them roost. So now we're going to go over the brooder box. Now the brooder box, you can see I built, like I said, you can see how you can see through this side. This side's just got chicken wire on the outside, and it's also got chicken wire on the end. So this whole entire area is open air. So this side's the cool side. Back here I have it all blocked in on both sides and in the back. So this side's the warm side. So the heat over here stays on this side because of the heat lamp. This side over here is cool. Like I said, if they need it cool, they can come over here. So it's just basic construction. You can see how I built the I just built a frame and I put 2 before legs on it. You want to see, I'll make a measurement for you, tell you how long it is. The brooder box, you can see there, it's 52 inches. 52 inches wide, or long. And then the width across is 26 inches. So it's 52 by 26, and it is 18.5 inches deep from the bottom to the top of the frame there. And now I did here, I'll show you how the lid is separate, so I can take it off, and if I want to take the chicks out, you can see I can lift it up. And it also has this frame mounted on it to hook the heat lamp onto, and the top of it's open so I can see down in there, so the heat can get down in. So the lid comes separate off of the top of the brooder box, so if I need to take them out or put them in. And I said I just have 2 before legs on it. It's pretty simple to build actually, and it's just something I've used and it works very well. But you can see the chicks are growing pretty fast, and there's 18 in there, and it won't be long before I'll be moving them outside and trying to introduce them to my other chickens and stuff. So, but all the chicks are doing well. This is the brooder box, so hopefully if any of you want to build one or want to know anything else about it, you can ask me questions, I'll tell you. But I just built a lot of scrap lumber, and got some chicken wire for the sides and the top. Made this bracket, hooked the heat lamp on it, and it does very well. So the chicks are doing good for everybody who was asking. You can see them all in there, and you can see some of their feathers coming in and stuff. So hope this helped you with the brooder box, and hope everybody's satisfied with the update on the chicks. Pretty soon we won't be able to call them chicks, we'll have to call them chickens because they're growing fast. But I just wanted to go over that with you guys and go over the brooder box. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can ask me on my comments or email. So hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.